When I was in high school, I had a dream that stuck with me ever since. It wasn't one of those fleeting nightmares or abstract nonsense you forget by lunchtime. No, this dream burned itself into my memory, searing an image so vivid that I had to sketch it the next day. What I saw didn't feel imagined. It felt real, like a warning, or maybe an invitation. In the dream, I was younger, maybe 6 or 7, and playing at the foot of the basement stairs in my childhood home. The air was thick and heavy with that damp, concrete smell I remembered so well. Scattered toys surrounded me, relics of a simpler time, and my old calico cat lounged nearby. Her presence was a comfort, her watchful gaze familiar as she silently kept me company. I reached out to pet her, my hand gliding over her soft fur. But as I did, something changed. Her body stiffened, then began to shift. Her back arched unnaturally, elongating far beyond what should have been possible. Her fur rippled, the familiar black and brown patterns dissolving into swirling shapes, coalescing into a brown paisley dress. Her paws stretched and reshaped into sharp, old-fashioned stiletto boots that clicked faintly against the concrete. I froze, unable to comprehend what was happening. My cat, my comforting, familiar companion, was becoming something else. Her form twisted, her body lengthening unnaturally as the shadows wrapped around her. In the dim basement light, her silhouette grew larger, more human-like, yet still fundamentally wrong. And then, out of the shadows, I saw her face. It was the face of a woman, kind and gentle, with soft blonde hair that framed her features. She looked almost maternal, her expression radiating warmth. "Don't be scared," she said, her voice soothing and melodic. "You're just not ready yet." Her words didn't make sense, but they calmed me. I felt an unexpected peace, like I was safe with her despite the impossibility of her existence. But as she straightened and stepped further into the shadows at the edge of the basement, her form changed again. Her body elongated further, her arms stretching unnaturally, her hands now ending in claws. Her glowing, cat-like eyes pierced through the darkness. I should have been terrified. Any sane person would have been. But I wasn't. I simply watched as she glided toward the playroom at the back of the basement, the windowless, empty room I'd always avoided, even as a child. She vanished into the dark without a sound, leaving only the faint echo of her heels clicking against the floor. When I woke up, my hands were trembling, my heart racing. But the overwhelming feeling wasn't fear. It was longing, as though I'd missed something important, a meeting I hadn't realized I was meant to attend. The next day, I tried to capture her in a sketch. The dress, the unnaturally long arms, the claws, and most of all the glowing yellow eyes, they all came rushing back as I drew. The image wasn't perfect, but it was enough to pull me back into that dream, into her presence. Years passed. I moved away, grew up, and forgot about the dream, mostly. But last week, while cleaning out an old storage box, I found that drawing again. As I stared at it, my chest tightened. In the dim lines of my teenage pencil work, I saw her waiting in the shadows, those glowing cat eyes watching me, patient and expectant.